Today I want to talk to you guys about dump pouches and why I personally find them to be unnecessary, bulky, and a piece of kit that you should just leave at home. And that will be the discussion for today's video. What's up guys, my name is Lane and welcome to the BB Warrior. We're here to help you have a better time both on and off the airsofting field, and if you enjoy videos like this, I'd love it if you joined our community by hitting that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, it only takes a second, make sure to hit that bell icon next to it to get updates when we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday here on the channel. So let's talk dump pouches. This is something that almost all players carry, however, I like to avoid them, and that's for one main reason. I've talked about this on the channel before, but I don't like a bulky belt setup. I don't like having too much on my hips. I find it to be really uncomfortable, and dump pouches just add to that. So one of my main concerns about dump pouches is how they offset the weight on your hips. So you obviously want the weight on your hips to be even and not pushing on one side or another. That's just going to be for balance, for weight distribution across your body, but as well, it's just uncomfortable. So typically what I will run on my belt setup, if I'm running a belt kit for the day, is I have my holster on my right-hand side for whatever platform I'm using. I'll typically carry a rifle taco, a pistol taco, or Kiwis, whatever I'm running for the day. But however, I find that a dump pouch can really upset the balance of it, because once you start throwing magazines in there, especially if you're a gas gun shooter or you're shooting a real firearm, well, you're adding more and more weight to your offhand side, and that's going to become very, very uncomfortable, and that's going to make your pants ride off to the side. So that's going to be very uncomfortable over time. Once you start throwing weight in there, it's a mess. So that's one of the main reasons why I don't use it. And you may be saying, well, BB Warrior, I know that you run EPMs, those are $20 mags, you're just going to throw your $20 mags on the ground and forget about them? Absolutely not. I have a system in place, and I find that one of the best solutions that doesn't really affect this is just use your cargo pockets. Almost every military style, like BDU or Cry-Cut uniform, have huge cargo pockets, So I really like the ones on my Crye Precision G3s, and the reason I like that is that they are huge. They are sized, I think I can get almost 6 mags in there, and I'm the type of person that only carries 3 or 4 plus 1, so 1 in the gun and then whatever's on my chest rig or plate carrier. So I always find that dump pouches are a little obnoxious. Typically they're harder to get into than your standard just using a cargo pocket or something like that. With a cargo pocket, you can just fold the pocket in, and then you have a nice open pocket that can shut. That's one of my other biggest issues with using a dump pouch, is that you lose your stuff more often than not. Once you start piling in those magazines, you're just going to lose them after a while. And I've done that. I've lost plenty of MP7 magazines, which those are ungodly expensive because you're gas blowback, and that's really, really upsetting. So if you don't trust your cargo pocket well, just re-index your mags when you have a second. When you go to reload, take your other mag, put it back where it was, and just remember to shift over to your next mag or something like that. That's the system that I have found. It always works for me. Is it a little bit slower than not using a dump pouch? Or is it a little bit slower than using a dump pouch, I should say? Well, not really. I mean, I can get it in my cargo pocket, and then when I bring my arm up, I go to grab my belt-mounted taco, throw it right back in my gun, and I am good to go for whatever platform that I'm using. So I really don't like dump pouches because, again, it offsets your weight. They're just kind of bad and stuff falls out of them. And in all honesty, no one really makes a good one. So what I mean by that is that they're either super bulky, as I pick this thing up. So unrolling this one, I don't even remember who makes it. I mean, you got a good 10, 12 inches here. So once you start throwing mags in and you're running, that's going to hit you in the leg. And that's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be making a lot of noise, which is going to give your position away, because I try to be more sneaky when I play BB Wars and be a sneaky boy. But I just find that they're kind of obnoxious. And there are other systems that are better. One of the best ones I have seen is the one that HSGI makes. It's more of like a net versus just heavy nylon. And the issue with that is that it's too small and it doesn't hold much. You can only get like 2 mags in. So at that point, you might as well just use your cargo pocket. So I know that this video is more opinionized. However, I like doing these style of videos. If you guys haven't figured out, I like helping you guys configure your kit and get it in a way that works for you. And this is one of those things that there's definitely going to be a lot of people that disagree with me on the subject. However, I just find dump pouches to be rather annoying, rather loud, and it's cheaper and easier to just use your cargo pockets or re-index your magazines. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys like dump pouches, or would you rather ditch the dump pouch for a better solution? Make sure to let me know down in those comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about this sort of thing. I know I might be in the minority here, but this is just my personal thinkings about how I personally like to set up my kit. Everyone's different. There's no cookie cutter solution out there. However, it never hurts to borrow ideas from someone else's kit. So that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I apologize for it being a little bit shorter than usual. However, I've got some longer projects coming up and some really fun reviews. But if you enjoyed the video and this was your first time here, well, I'd love it again if you joined our community by hitting that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, it only takes a second. Make sure to hit that bell icon next to it, even if you're already subscribed, so that you get updates when we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday here on the channel. And I do more besides just YouTube. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm starting to get a whole lot more active on those now that I picked up a new phone, which I'm actually recording today's video on. I'm recording on a Google Pixel 2, and I'm interested to see how the video quality is different versus what I've typically been shooting on, which is my Canon DSLR. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. This has been Lane from the BB Warrior discussing why I ditched the dump pouch, and I will see you all next time.